Welcome to Scott's Garden. Today I want to talk about trees, specifically Espalier trees, or the Espalier method. Here I have one that was purchased from a nursery. It's a cordon style, horizontal cordons. That's the horizontal branches there, which will eventually be trained along a trellis to go into a candelabra type of system. And this particular tree has 6 different types of apples. I'm going to go ahead and prepare this area to plant another one in that bare spot there and build a trellis. So I dug my holes about 24 inches and put the 8-foot 4x4s in the ground, pressure treated. I just backfilled with dirt. I didn't use cement since they're not really holding up a fence or a structure. And then I went ahead and I put the first lag bolt in. I went ahead and purchased 5/16 lag bolts, lag eyes, 4 inches, and I'm going to use those. I decided to use the 5/16, a little heavier than probably needed, but that way they're not much more, and I'm sure they'll do the job. So I basically took the height I wanted, and then I took a string to make sure it was level for my first screw, and I went ahead and drilled the pilot hole there. So now I'll go ahead, and now that I have those level, I'll just go ahead and drill them the same distance I want apart all the way up. I'll put my eye bolts in, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I drilled a 3/16 inch pilot hole to make it easier to put the lag eye in, and also prevent from splitting the wood. You may want to use a little, and then just start the eye bolt into the hole, and then use some kind of leverage. I'm using my pliers, or you could use a long screwdriver to help turn these in. Now I did my eyes 12 inches apart for where my lateral branches on the tree are going to grow, and then on the upper ones I did them 16 inches apart. So you can choose your distance anywhere from 1 foot to about 18 inches. So now that I have all the lag eyes put in, I'm going to stretch the wire. I purchased some multi-purpose wire with some green coating on it. Wood, so I went ahead and purchased this one. Plus I thought it would look better during winter and other times to have the green and kind of blend in. This one comes in 9 gauge metal inch turnbuckle, and unscrew the ends to put it to about its widest position, but you want to make sure you have full thread engagement on each of the screws. Since I used eye bolts, I had to buy one with a hook on one end and an eye bolt on the other. So I'll take a pair of electrical wire strippers and strip this wire back about 3 inches to allow me to put it on to the end of the eye bolt, and then we'll tighten it. So I've attached, I stripped it back, and then I twisted the wire around the end here, and I made sure that I used my pliers and got the end of it as close to the wire as possible so it's not sticking out too much. You could come back and maybe put some tape on there, but just so you're not catching your finger on it or something. Then you're just going to come and turn the turnbuckle towards you and keep doing that until your wire is as tight as you want it. And each year you're going to come out here and continue to tighten that. That's why you want a nice big one, and allow you some room to as that wire stretches. We'll go ahead and get that done to all the different wires. Take your cord. I like to wrap it around my trampoline just to give some leverage. And again, take about 3 inches. Three to 4. It'll just come right off. Okay, so then I'm taking the part that I took out, or took the sheath off, and then just, you might want to use gloves for this. I like the dexterity without the gloves, but just wind it around the wire. It bends fairly easy to make a nice pattern on there. Well, I've got all the wires installed. Now I'll go take off the bamboo sticks and tie the tree to the wires loosely. I'm going to use a natural twine, a hemp, to tie these up. I won't tie them too tight as the tree branches are going to continue to grow, and each year I can come out and adjust those by cutting off the old ties and putting on some new ones, allowing them to stretch. There you go. Have fun with your project.